Hi and welcome to our channel. My name is Akhil and in this video we will make a basketball using SolidWorks. So let's get started. Let's open a new part. Click OK. Select front plane and click on sketch. Let's draw a semicircle first. For that we need a circle. So select circle tool and draw a circle. Let's dimension the diameter to 200 mm. Select line tool and draw a diameter. Alright. Now let's select trim tool and trim away the left side. Click OK. Go to features and revolved boss. Let's make the diameter as our axis. Set this angle to 360 degree. Click OK. And we have our sphere. Now our next step is to make these grooves here. So for that, let's select top plane and click on sketch. Select convert entities and then let's try to convert this circular edge. And not this face. Let's try the edge. Yes, okay. Click OK. We have our edge now. Select midpoint line and draw a vertical line. Now draw this. Let's form a close sketch. Alright, and close the sketch. Now let's make this line and this line equal. Let's dimension this line. Let's make this 5 mm. Now let's set this length to 2 mm. The sketch is now fully defined. Now for the fillets, set the radius to 1 mm. Now select the vertices. Yes. Again this. Yes. Click OK. Now we have made our groove. Let's make the circular edge construction geometry. Now let's exit our sketch. Alright, we have our groove now. To complete the groove, we will revolve cut it. Before that, we need an axis. So let's draw an axis. Let's draw a vertical axis. Place it here. Okay, escape, exit sketch. We have our groove cross section and an axis. Select the sketch and select revolved cut. Select the axis for revolution. Set the angle to 360 degree. And here we have the preview of our groove. Alright, click OK. We have our first groove. Now we will circular pattern this groove to make the next groove. For that, we need another axis which is perpendicular to this line. So select top plane again, sketch. Now let's draw a horizontal axis through the origin. Place it here, escape, exit sketch. Next, go to pattern, select circular pattern, select the feature to pattern and the axis. This axis. Here we have the preview. Make sure that you set the number to 2 and the angle of separation 90 degree. Alright, click OK. We have made 2 grooves. Alright, now our next step, let's see. Our next step will be to make these U-shaped grooves. For that, we will require a new plane, which will be an inclined plane. Before that, let's provide some appearance. Go to fabric, cloth, burgundy cotton, click on it, drag it and drop to the part. Not the body, select the revolve. If we select the body, the groove will also be affected. So let's select the revolve boss. Click OK. Now for the grooves, go to appearance, painted, spray painted, and click and drag and drop black spray paint. Select the circular pattern. Now let's copy this appearance and paste it to our revolve cut. Alright, we have given some initial appearances. Okay, let's hide these two axes. Okay, the next step is to make these grooves. These U-shaped grooves. For that, select right plane and let's draw a line to position our plane. Draw a line. Now draw a horizontal axis. We will set the angle of separation as 45 degrees so that our plane will be exactly perpendicular to this 45-degree line. Exit the sketch. Now go to references plane. Select the line and select the surface. Now we have our plane, which is tangent surface and perpendicular to the 45-degree line. Click OK. Select the plane. Click on sketch. Now let's draw our groove. Let's select the line tool. Now we will select the midpoint line tool. Draw a horizontal line. Set this dimension to 170 millimeter. Now let's offset this line. Offset by 2.5 millimeter. Click OK. Again offset the same line by same distance but reverse the direction. Click OK. Now let's make the middle line constructional geometry. Alright. Now for the U shape, let's draw some splines. Select spline tool and draw some splines. Click here and here. Let's make this spline and this line. Select the line. Tangential. Now let's drag and adjust these spline points. This is for the side grooves. Again draw a spline. Let's connect these two endpoints using the line tool. Alright. Now make this spline and line tangential. Next, adjust the spline tools, the spline points, so that the gap between them is uniform. This you have to do it by hand. Now let's draw an axis at the middle so that we can mirror the right splines. Go to mirror and let's select these right side splines and select mirror about. Select this vertical axis. Here we can see the preview. Click OK. We have a close sketch. And now we need to engrave this sketch on this curved surface. For that we will use a tool called wrap. For that go to features and here is the wrap. Right now it is not available, so let's exit our sketch. Now it's available. So select wrap again. And here we need to specify the surface where it should be wrapped. Make sure that you selected deboss command so that material will be removed. If you put it to emboss, then the sketch will be engraved in such a manner that material will be added. Now select the face where you want to engrave. Alright, here we can see the preview. Everything looks good. Set the depth as 2 mm. It will remain the same. Click OK. And here we have our groove. Now let's copy this appearance and paste it here. Alright, the groove is made. Let's hide this plane and let's hide this sketch also. Now we will mirror this groove. For that, select front plane, go to mirror and select the groove. It's simple as that. Click OK. We have mirrored our groove. Now select top plane, again go to mirror and select the first groove and the mirrored groove. And here we can see the preview. Click OK and the grooves are done. Our model is almost finished. Our next step is to emboss the brand name to our basketball. There are two ways to do this. We will walk through both of them. We need a plane to sketch our brand name. So let's create a plane. For that, go to right plane and sketch. In order to position our plane, let's draw a line, an axis, now set the angle of separation as half of 45 degree, which is 22.5 degrees. Alright, it's done. Exit our sketch. Now go to references, plane, select this line and this face. Alright, our plane is positioned. Click OK. Select the plane and click on sketch. Alright, here we first need to import our brand name. So here you will use a new command called sketch picture. If you do not have this command in the command bar, go to search and search the name sketch picture, and in the recommendations you will get the command. Type sketch picture and here you have the command. So select the command. A new window will pop up and select the image which you want to import. Click open. We can see that our image is imported, but it's too large. We know that the diameter of our basketball is 200 millimeter. So the name should be smaller than that. So let's set the length as 170 millimeter. 170 mm. Alright. Now for the breadth. Set it to 40 millimeters. Next step is to position our sketch exact middle of our origin. So this corner point is 0, 0. So this origin should be in the middle of our sketch picture. So set this x coordinate as negative half of 170, which is negative 85. Alright. Now the y coordinate to half of 40, which is negative 20, and put a negative sign before that. Alright, click OK. We have now perfectly centered our sketch picture. Now we need to trace the boundary of the brand name. There is one command for that. There is a special tool for that called auto trace. For that, go to this drop down and select add-ins and invoke the auto trace add-in. Click OK. Now double click the sketch picture, and here we have a new command at the top. You can see here as next. Here we have our auto test commands. Select the rectangular tool and select the region where you want to trace, and click on begin trace. Here SolidWorks has automatically traced the boundary, but as you can see, it is not perfect. You can see there are a lot of discontinuities and lot of regions are missed from tracing. Smooth faces are not smooth, corners are not good. See here the region is missed. So let's cancel this, and we will go to the straightforward approach, which is we will trace it using line tool and spline tools. First, let's draw all the straight lines. Select line tool and start tracing all the straight edges. Select this edge, this corner. Now draw this vertical line. Let's trace these straight edges. I know it's a painful task, but auto trace is not that perfect, but we can draw perfectly using line tool and spline tool. Let's trace these lines also, this edge and this edge. This edge. Now let's use the spline tool to trace the curved edges. Make sure to put as much as spline points are possible, because after that you can drag these spline points and adjust them hit the boundary almost perfectly. Again select spline tool and trace the edges. Put a lot of spline points between splines. Here you can see there is a missed gap. So by dragging the spline points we can fix it. That's why putting a lot of spline points are drag it there. Alright. Here let's fix this gap. Make sure to put spline points at the corners. Let's trace these edges. This is a much time consuming process, but you will get a much closer, accurate sketch of our boundary. Select this, adjust the spline, right, adjust this, adjust the corners, more the spline points, more of the control we have. Let's close this loop, escape. Drag and adjust the boundary. Now let's trace this. Now this ellipse, you can trace it using the spline tool again. Join these two lines using the spline to make a curved edge. Repeat the same here. Adjust this point. Alright, that looks good. Now this inside hole. Trace the edges and close the sketch. Make sure that the sketches are closed. Only then you can emboss our sketch. Now the sketch is complete. Now our next step is to emboss the sketch on the curved surface. There are two ways in which we can do this. In the first method, select the sketch and go to extruded boss. And in the from section, change to surface and select the surface. Here you can see that the length which is given is 10 mm is taken from the curved surface. Change it to 1 mm. Make sure that you uncheck the merge result option and click OK. Here we have our brand name embossed on our curved surface, and all the edges are very smooth. This is one method. And second way, let's delete this box extrude. And another direct approach is to wrap the sketch. Select the sketch, click on wrap command. Here make sure that you click on emboss and not deboss. Select the spline surface as wrap method and select the face. Here we can see the preview and change the thickness to 1 mm. Click OK. Here we got the same result. All the edges are smooth. Paste the appearance. Alright. And we have done making our basketball. Let's hide these planes and the sketch. Alright. And it's done. We have made our basketball. Now let's provide some scene and let's render it. For that, go to SolidWorks add-in and invoke Photo View 360 add-in. You'll get a new tab called Render Tools. In Render Tools, activate Render Region. Only then you can see this pink rectangle. Any area inside the pink rectangle will be rendered. Adjust the part to where you want. Go to Edit Scene so that we can change the scene. And in the Basic tab, in the background, select Image and select the image which you want to set as your background and open it. Check Stretch Image to fit SolidWorks window. Alright, adjust the part. In the Advanced section, now leave everything as it is. And in the Photo View 360 Lighting section, let's reduce the brightness. Change the background brightness to 0.9, and the rendering brightness to 0.8. Let's reduce the reflection. Change it to 1. Alright, click OK. Now in the Options tab, let's set it to maximum resolution. Now let's check output ambient occlusion. I have set the render quality to maximum. I'm leaving those. Let's check blue and check contour rendering. Make sure that you have selected the second option. Alright, click OK. Before that, in the Options tab, here you can see that the image will be output in this format. There are a lot of formats available. You can choose whatever you want. You can use JPG or you can use this OpenEXR format, which will give maximum output, maximum image size and clarity. So you will select this option, click OK, and to start rendering, you will click Final Render. Click on Final Render, turn on Perspective View, and let's wait for it to render. The rendering has started. Let's wait for it to process this. Alright, rendering has started. Let's close this window. Here we can see image being processed. We have set the render quality to maximum, that's why it is taking this much time. If you want, we can set to good or medium. It's up to you. Alright, rendering is almost over. Alright, our rendering is finished. Here we have a rendered image. We can zoom in and you can see how much quality the image has. Let's save this image. You can save it in EXR format itself. In order to open this file, you need Photoshop, or you can save it as JPG. Let's give a name. Let's give us image. Select image. Image 4. Save. Alright, our image is saved. Now let's open the saved image. Here is our image. Here is our finished product. Now let's go back to SolidWorks. And it's done. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and if you want to watch our future videos, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you and see you in our next video.